Artstream, everyone. Hi. I'm having a lot of feedback on my end. If you don't hear that, that's really odd. I'm trying to fix that real quick. If I turn that down, hopefully that works. Also, hi, Amara. Also, I can see, looks like Colton Games and Freya are watching. Hello, welcome to the stream. And I can hear, take this out of my ears. I have a thing where I don't have a second monitor, to look at my screen and also to play back my voice in my head. So I stick my AirPod in my ear underneath my headphone, and then I have my phone set up next to me so I can read chat because I'm streaming from a laptop. It's a really scuffed setup, I apologize. Freyal? I think it's Freya. Oh! Welcome to Stream Meepers. Typo, yeah. Alright, so tonight I think we'll be, what do you call it? Continuing where we left off. Let me move my stuff around so I can actually move my elbows around so I can actually set my elbow down on the desk. No, you're not stupid, Amara. I take that back. You're not stupid. But I think we're gonna start off where we left off last time, where we're continuing some art. So let me go ahead and fire up Krita real quick. Here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and move my character to where they're supposed to go. Or my PNG tuber. Here we go. And get Krita is up and running. There we go. Go ahead and turn it on. There we go. Awesome. Go ahead and strike some art music instead of the normal music I play for like break and stuff. Let's do Eurobeat again. Eurobeat was nice. Then we might move to something else after we finish the thing. Oh my god, this song. But yeah, you might have noticed I went already. I decided I was kind of like really like I did not want to sleep on this. I really like where this is going, this art piece. So I went ahead and added some of the shading into the hair, right here. Hold on, let me. That might be too loud. Hold on, let me pop an AirPod in to listen to the stream real quick. Yeah, it's a bit too loud. Ow! Just whacked my mic. Good lord. There we go. Turn that down. Turn my mic up a little bit. There we go. That's probably better now. Perfect. There we go. But yeah. I'm gonna get started on shading today, because that's the next important step for art in this case. That's kind of the last thing I need to do for this piece, I think, and then I think after that it's doing something for the background, whether it be a few shapes and things like that. Yeah, next step is to add shading. I picked some nice colors, so like some purples, because the hair color was, I forgot originally what the hair color was. It was kind of like this light brownish color, so kind of add some purple to kind of go along with the reds for the shading down here. I have this lightish purple for like the whole shadows, but for the darker areas I took like this deeper purple. And then for this lighter area I took some kind of orange, like almost a very shiny yellow basically for the lighter areas. And it kind of gives this nice warm appearance. Although it might benefit from a much lighter orange in certain areas. Actually, now that I think about it, let me go ahead and grab that then. Oh, I'm not grabbing the right... Am I grabbing the right spot? Yeah, I think I am. Yep, that's it. Okay. So I need to select that area. And there we go. Thank you, man. That's good to see you on stream today. How's it goes? Goes well. I've been granted week off, which means I've immediately slipped back into my night. Oh god, I feel that. Every single darn time I come back home to my parents, I just immediately start just like sleeping to ungodly hours. I'm doing it currently now in school, which is not healthy, which is due to just ongoing stress from school. But like, that song and dance, I hate it. I hate it so much. It's like a part of my head wants me to like keep that really healthy like early schedule because like you get to see a side of the world you normally don't get to see in the mornings, and I really like that. But brain also is full of night owl energy, and so I never end up being able to do it. Also, we're not gonna mention. Oh god, we have a friend who we call sentient moss of sorts, and they have an absolutely ungodly sleeping schedule. Like, I think they got 2 hours of sleep last I talked to them. By we, I mean me and Mara. Also, Meepers, question. Do you happen to be from the South, by any chance? You don't have to specify which state. I noticed you said howdy. Oh, dang, really? Huh. Curious. As a, like, I'm basically from, I am have lived in Texas my whole life, and currently am in Texas. It's like whenever I see someone say howdy, I'm like, oh, they must be from Texas, or from, like, some nearby state, basically, like, whether that be, Louisiana or Arkansas. It's just looking, it's gonna... Might just not. I absorbed howdy and y'all from the Texan pals I enjoy, as I enjoy how amicable and pleasurable it. Yeah. Mood. That is something I like about Texas. even though I want to move out of it because, well, it's getting a little bit harder for trans people to live in Texas at the moment. It's Texas is great. Like, the communities in Texas are really, really nice. It's just like certain areas can be like, especially like. Wait, what are you doing, Amara? I saw 6-2. Logging into the school worksite and need two factoring. Saying have the number of 6-2 what? Oh my. I swear, Amara. Mara's getting at me for the Armor Core brain rot I have. I swear, Mara. One, three, four. What's the significance in those numbers? I'm curious. Huh. Interesting. One, two, four. Damn. There we go. Perfect. think I'm done with the hair. It's gonna look as good as it's gonna look good. I should probably move on to something more, yeah, I'm just gonna ignore it now. Let me actually flip it real quick, see how it's looking. Okay, that's looking pretty good, actually. Though I might need to... fix that right there. There we go. Save. Oh my god, we're at like 544 megabytes, good lord. Alright, let's move on from the hair to something else. Let's start with the robot skin kind of right here. So the first thing we need to do, since we have it just looks flat right now, is figure out like what kind of colors we're going to use for the shading. So typically colder colors are usually used, so you want like more blues than anything. So we can kind of start with something like that. It's a little bit lighter, but something kind of like that, I guess. And that's the shading layer we're using, or the one I'm using. So first things first, kind of shade underneath here. Kind of erase that right there, don't need as much. The music. Music tonight. You make a music request? Sure. As long as like too egregiously what do you call it? Gonna get flagged by Twitch or copyright infringement. Oh, I don't know. I wouldn't play it right now because I feel like that's too. It's gonna be a little bit too chaotic for what I'm doing right now. I kind of want to keep my head in like the more chill concentration space right now, and like loud breakcore music almost kind of gets me out of it. Definitely at a later time though. Okay, where else? Oh yeah, down here. There we go. Oh my god. Y'all. I'm just gonna use my typical catchphrase when I have a bunch of goobers being silly and just default to my y'all. You're killing me. Slowly. There's a thing I could have done. I think I might do it. Hmm. 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 Oh, hi Freya. And also thank you so much. I've been drawing for oh god, I've lost count. I've been drawing like sketches and like with, you know, pencils and stuff, for instance, like I could pick it up. I started doing digital art around 2020 because I wanted to write a bunch of webcomics and I was just like embracing my furry side and finally admitting I was a furry and I wanted to write furry webcomics. And instead, I joined like a art server on Discord where there was a bunch of professional and non-professional artists all kind of like helping each other um, get better at art and share tips and just a lot of professional help and things like that. It was weirdly for free, and I joined them and I decided to get as good as I could at art during the 2020s, and for like from then through 2021 I started honing my skills. So yeah, um, definitely comes with time. But yeah, thank you so much. Oh no, I'm wrong layer, and then you do stupid stuff like that all the time. God damn it. Drawing the wrong layer, and you go wrong layer. It's like the there's a meme I've seen of Yzma yelling at Kronk. It's like pull the bring up the layer, Kronk, and it's just pulls the layer, and it's like the wrong layer. At least I caught it. Yeah, you sometimes just draw on a long layer and you go done. You go and do like the PNG and you're like wait a minute. Oh no. Oh yeah. That's always the nightmare scenario. I'm actually going ahead and yeah, I'm going ahead and actually color each layer individually, even though it might be annoying. Oh, messed that up. Let's try this again. There we go. I should draw more, she says before not doing it. Story of my fucking life. Like, because of school, I've been like in an art block for like the past fucking year. And it's only been now on stream that I've been actually like eking out this art piece because like I got the Signalis brain rot after playing it on stream. Like this is the only time I've gotten back into it. Mainly, I think Armor Core, funny enough, restarted my love of art again because like I could do a bunch of stuff with the emblems, which you probably seen me do, and it kind of restarted, like got my kicking again. Basically, probably helped a lot. But yeah, I actually have my sketchbook next to me. Sketch, do it, draw, 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 draw. Is this a character for a webcomic? No, I abandoned the idea of making comics like back in 2021 because I realized I wanted it was wait, drawing comics is like an entire different thing to just drawing poses and characters. It is super fucking hard because you have to basically draw multiple art things over and over again that all feed. It's much harder, and I felt like I didn't really want to do it. I kind of drew these like step-by-step story things, and that was kind of cool for a time, but for the most part, I stopped doing it. No, this is going to be my new Sona. Hold on, let me catch up with the chat, and I'll talk more about that because it's interesting. I made a pinup. Yeah, the furry pinup. No, okay. Oh no. So Freya, actually, the pinup you've seen me play right now, that's actually of my character I'm drawing right now on stream. I recently made a new one that I actually haven't shown yet, because Amara wanted me to make one of her new Sona. So we have Sona's pinups on that I can place on my ACs, and if Amara ever gets back into Armored Core, she's probably gonna put my Sona's pinup on her AC, so we can have pinups of each other's characters on her ACs, which is so fucking funny, and I love it. I'll show it later, but specifically about this, you asked basically about this character I'm drawing. Yeah, it is adorable. I love it. But I have no characters. I'm trying to think of like what do you call it? Advice for like just starting a new character. You can always try the character you stream with or anything like that you're relatively attached to. Streamer Sona, yeah. The latest AC patch broke my game. Oh, that fucking sucks. God damn it. Yeah, I've been noticing a lot of more glitches since the last update. From what I've seen, a lot of people who main Chainsaw, like, it's absolutely wrecked the game. I should be drawing while I'm talking, but I get so fucking distracted. But no, Frey, you were actually asking about the character I'm drawing. So, funny story. My original Sona was the character you're seeing me stream it. Let me grab him, go back to OBS and show him real quick. This one that I'm currently using as a PNG tuber. Actually, their name is Cooper. Yeah, their name is Cooper basically, and I kind of stuck with that. They have been like went back when I admitted that I was finally a furry, essentially, like back in 2020. I wanted to draw a bunch of goat characters, but I didn't want a Sona yet because I had so many different characters at the time period. But then I had this one character named Cooper who was like this little demon goat character. This is also before I was trans, so they were a he. That happened. And I just kept drawing this character, and they kept going through iteration after iteration after iteration after iteration, and I really stuck with it and realized, oh fuck, I have a Sona now, because I just fell in love with that character. And then finally, when I started streaming, which was right at the time I was starting to, like, my gender was starting to get fucky, I figured out I was kind of gender fluid at least by that point. This was back, I think, in 2022. I decided to draw, I got into streaming, and I just used a simple PNG tuber for that. It was like this little dragon character. But then I realized, okay, you know what? I want to bring my Sona into this. And so I drew this really nice picture of my Sona, Cooper, right here. And then I took a break from streaming, then my gender got transed, and so that happened. So I thought for a while about just changing the gender of Cooper, but it doesn't really fit because Cooper also ended up being a D&D character. And so now their character is more or less tied to their gender, kind of, sort of, but I also just don't really feel comfortable having Cooper as a Sona anymore. So I thought, is there anything else I could do in like the future? Anyways, then I got my interest in robots got re-kicked very recently, like last year recently, and I was like, I should draw like an android character of some sorts, because I've been wanting to draw android characters for a while, because I love robots. I absolutely fucking love robots. And so I looked at different android styles, and I was like, I really like the Signalis android style. But I also need to play the game, because I haven't played the game yet. So I drew this like really quick sketch. You can actually see it on the on Krita right here. I'll go ahead and move my character out of the way. That one right there. That's the sketch, actually. It was like basically based off of Elster's like android design. Strapped to robots, yes. I was like, damn, I should play Signalis and then draw a new Sona like this as a dog, because I also switched from goats. You can ask Amara about that. But my Sona switched to dogs instead of goats. Anyways, this was like, okay, I want to draw like a new Sona like this kind of a thing. And then I played Signalis and like, okay, this is 100% going to be my new Sona now, because like I like robots and I like my Sona being a dog now, because it just fits with me a little bit more. Maybe a dragon at some point as well. I don't know. I keep drawing characters again and wanting to do different Sonas and things like that, and it's just all over the place. And so for now, at least, it's just this new dog character, and I decided to make them an Armored Core 6 emblem maker as well. So it's based off of this, and then now I'm putting them in the Signalis style. Okay, rant over. I'm going back to drawing now. Okay. Fuck you, Amara. Anyways. Good lord. But yeah, no. So yeah, yeah, sorry, I kind of just hyperfixated, like, super sorry, rant is over now. I like ranting about my OCs and, like, how I got to, like, their designs and, like, where that design came from and kind of, like, the history of, like, how I drew them and stuff like that. It's just, like, a hyperfixation of mine. They're very personal to me. It was an enjoyable listen? Okay, that's good. That's at least good to know. I need to do something, because this is not working out, actually. Hold on, how am I gonna do this? Big eraser time. First off, turn that down, because that's gonna crash my game, or the Krita. But let's, select the rest of that. Oh, God, what have I done? Alright, let's try this again. Okay. Whew. I saw the spinning wheel of death for a second. I thought Krita was about to crash. Oh god. That's always scary. Especially when you're working with... How much memory are we working with now? How big is this thing? It's like 500 megabytes. Good lord. Have I saved recently? Save, save, save. There we go. I saved again. Thanks, Meepers. One thing about HRT is taking about... Yeah, no, I've heard about that. Alright, how am I going to do this? I think I'll just color it blue for now. The issue I'm facing right now is the inside there's different segments that I colored a different color. So I'm thinking about... At first I was like, okay, I should select the color specific and then start like shading with that specific color, and then I'll go to the next one and like then shade right here with a different color. But to match up the shadows is going to be an absolute pain in the ass. So I think instead what I'm going to do is shade the whole thing first and then make a layer or a layer mask on top of the other specific color with a different color in mind, so it'll automatically change this color. It's going to look nasty a little bit, but I think there's ways I can tweak it. Mario, you're a goober. Oh, that's the wrong layer. God. Fuck. No, please. Oh god, thank god. Fuck me. This is becoming less of a chill stream and more of space slash echo fucks up the layering of their art. I'm not. Oh right, the hands are colored a different color. That's gonna be a pain in the ass. Okay, the shading on that would not happen. The shadow is gonna be cast probably on the leg right here instead. Okay, so I'm not gonna do that. This is becoming a lot more difficult than I thought it was gonna be. Good lord. There we go. Something honkers. Oh my fucking god, I swear to fuck. Y'all, again. Oh no, I just realized. I just realized a thing. How do I turn that off. I forgot the color in the bar right there. Good lord. Time to go back to the base layer. There we go. Put that in there. There we go. Oh my god. Can't believe I did that. I apologize for the noise if you can hear in the background. My brother's on call with a friend of his. I think they're probably watching Kamen Rider. Alright, let's... wait. Oh, I think I have to erase it manually. Like that. Oh. There we go. There we go. I will go bother your brother. Gonna send him to cringy. Oh my god. He'll just mute you, probably. Am I drawing it? Oh god, I was drawing the wrong color. It's mean. There we go. Yes, you are a very silly cat. Alright. Alright, let me flip this, make sure it's looking good. There we go. I'm gonna do a little bit more up here, actually. Wait, did you ever show the new pinup? I have not. Let me see if I can go grab it. Now I posted it in a Discord. I can like show it on the screen. It is a slightly bit spicy, so just fair warning. Let me go grab it real quick. But like not egregiously so, I feel like. At least it's like slightly spicier than the one I had. Let me see if I can paste it into the thing. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, this is the pinup that I made for Amara. Flip it real quick. Yeah. Dragon Cat. I think Amara's shown interest in her Sona being a serval, but also she likes dragons, so she wanted a dragon serval. Yeah. It is very adorable. Like, really fucking cute. Just like Amara. But yeah, no, it's pretty cool. I learned a lot of lessons from like the pinup that I made for my what do you call it, Sona. So I made a lot of like changes to like how Mars is. Thank you. I'll go ahead and just like where should I put this? Just like shove it over here, I guess, off screen. Meh. Oh my god. Okay, so that. Never thought about that actually before. Cause I know there's a deep, like in the furry community, there is a deep connection between you and your Sona that I like have both felt and not felt sometimes. Cause like the entire thing of being a furry, there's a lot of gender frickery going on, and it really translates a lot over to your Sona a lot of the times. I sometimes don't feel it, but like I understand it, I guess. So yeah, I get that. Gender frickery is fun. What is this? What is this right here? No, that cannot go. That cannot stay. I don't know what it is, but it's not staying. Get painted over. There we go. Ah, wrong one. There we go. Back to the blue. There we go. Did I delete the DeVito? And also, I'm not a furry, but I definitely like Sonic a suspicious amount. Sus. But no, I'm just joking. I used to, like, especially in the D&D server I am, there were a lot of discussions, like, what is a furry versus not, because, like, a lot of people in the D&D server like typically furry characters, but they would not call themselves furries, and I agree with that, because, like, there is a... In my definition, being a furry is... you say if you're a furry or not. There's too many furries and non-furries who will basically try to say what a furry is or isn't. And I will say there are components, especially when you're trying to write media, of what furry is, furry, and isn't, especially like when you see like which types of films are adopted by the fandom and which are not. Like Zootopia is considered furry in a lot of open furry, most furry circles, but there's some circles in the furry family that will say Zootopia isn't exactly furry because of their certain nuances of that. When it comes to a person saying they're a furry or not, it's truly, in my opinion, whoever decides they're a furry or not. You're a furry if you say you're a furry, basically. Because, like, I've seen a lot of people who like anthropomorphic animals, but, like, they don't think they're furry, and I'm sure, yeah. If you don't think you're furry, you're not a furry, basically, in my opinion. Oh my... Amara, I swear to fuck. I appreciate furries and furry sensibility, but definitely not a furry. Then there's I can't pronounce that word. Furries is an art move, first and foremost, no? Kinda. It's complicated. I don't really want to get into discussion because then we'll be here literally all night and I won't get any art done. Because there's so much, like, at least furry from the perspective of someone who is on the spectrum and who is fricked in the gender, it's complicated because certain part of the fandom, especially like being fricked in the gender part of the fandom, there's definitely a lot of other nuance that comes to being furry. The other aspect of like just the art, yeah, it's a little bit not less nuance, but it's like a different rating. It's oh god, it's so fucking complicated. Like, what is furry and not, and it's been argued to the moon and back, basically. Like psychological pros. In space, I hop on Discord and explain it. Probably not tonight. It's complicated. I would not mind explaining it. No, it's more just like the setup, the Discord and everything. Plus, like, I don't know, just to do it on stream is be too much. I'm gonna get back into art now. Should I flip it? I'm just gonna erase that a little bit. Gotta shape that a little bit. I feel like I've done these colors and now I'm just like spinning in circles now. I should probably stop doing them. They're kind of done already. Maybe I should add like a little shadow right here for the hair, actually. It's funny, I was gonna threaten you with that when we lived together. Oh my god. I am an outsider, but surrounded by it, so I'm not really aware of the nuances, but not expecting explanation. Yeah, it's... I think, like Amara, I take the more psychological approach to certain aspects of, like, what is a furry and not, but then it all is... I think that at the end of the day, like, it's more based on experience than anything, which is, like, most of things is a lot more based on experiences, so I think I'll just say that and call it there, essentially. Okay, I'm not going to put the shadow right there because that's going to be too hard, essentially. We'll just say that the hair is behind the leg and not casting a shadow on the leg. It'll make things easier. Just like the arms aren't casting a shadow on the chest area right here. Alright, what's the next color? Okay, yeah, I was going to try to do the weird color thing. So, if I select these, add a mask right here, and let's say it's just a little bit greener, but also like that, kind of. And then we just... There we go! But it'd have to be a little bit darker, probably. There we go. Something like that. It's almost too dark, though. It still looks muddled because I'm mixing, like, layer masks, and that just doesn't look nice. Like, it starts looking really... like, the color mixture just doesn't look right. Maybe something like that. Wait, I think I messed up. Yeah, I messed up. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, hopefully this doesn't crash the... There we go. Alright, let's save. That kind of worked. It still looks a little muddled though. Maybe if I bring down the opacity a little bit. There we go. That looks better now. There we go. Now I gotta choose a different color. Let's do something a little bit more brighter purple almost, kind of like that. Thanks. That's kind of like... Oh, no. Oh, I forgot. Wrong layer. There we go. Let's make it darker, actually. Like that. There we go. There we go. Oh. Stream had a hiccup there, that was weird. Alright, what times do I normally take a break at? Because I was going to take a break during stream to go grab some ice cream and maybe make some hot cocoa. I usually divide the time I normally stream in half, because I stream from 11 to 1:45 or 2 a.m. It's about 3 hours. So an hour and 30 minutes in. So it's only been about an hour. So 12:30 we'll take a break. There we go. Maybe like 12:20 or something like that. But yeah, I think I'm done with the main color chassis now. Now it's time to move on to like the more darker hands and things like that. Let's flip it real quick just to see how things are. Yeah, it's okay. It's looking good still. I think maybe I should put darker, what do you call it, actually, shade down here real quick. Like that. There we go. Just to emphasize, like, where the depth is, essentially. I'm not really liking this, though. Uh-oh, what's going on? My poor painting skills from when I drew this strikes again. God damn it. Let's go back. There we go. Maybe I shouldn't be as finicky on things like that. I don't know if like people are gonna actually see that, but I'm gonna see it, so I might as well fix it. I think it's just really minute details like that. I'm not a furry, but I'm low-key a puppy girl. Oh god. Mara, if you say anything, I swear to fucking god, I will, cast Texas into the ocean like it once was at one point in geologic history. She's gonna say something, isn't she? God damn it. Good lord. Alright. Good lord. Oh my god. Yay. Furry sensibilities. Yeah. That's not the right layer again. God damn it. Maybe I should have just done that. Yeah, that would have been better. Don't worry, I'm bad at subtext. All Spike has to do is pull me in for a case, call me a good kid, I'm fucking dead. I'm just me. Say cats and dogs, I'm going. I'm just gonna say, like, real quick, just so we don't get whacked by the Twitch gods, as well as not make other people like uncomfortable in the chat. I'm gonna, like, let's just try to keep it not too what do you call it? What's the word I'm looking for? Brain no worky. That's as much as you, yeah. Oh, no, I wasn't talking about your pinup fray. I was talking about the conversation Mara was getting into. But, oh my god. Anytime I think of butt now, I can't help but thinking of the sword. The butt sword, as I like to call it. It's the B-U-T-T. I think it's the Balaam sword. I just call it the butt sword now because it's got B-U-T-T in it. I am really just pigeonholing on this one layer, am I? God damn it. We're gonna be here all night. Saying butt is fun. Butt. but yeah, the default blade, pulse blade. I just call it the butt sword because it's got. What's the actual? Let me go. Let me go look at this real quick. Look at the designation again, like the actual pulse blade, or AC6. There we go. What's the actual designation? The HI32 BUTT/A, or pulse blade. Highest PA interference stat? I did not know that. Huh. Interesting. I guess that makes sense. It's like those things peel off pulse armor like it's like a fresh tomato. If you always combo with it, does that mean it's a player spread? Meepers, I swear to the fucking heavens. God damn it. All of y'all are goobers. You'll be in C6 about it. Oh my god. Alright, I guess that's enough stream for today. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and, where's the button? Where's the... Yeah, it was nice having a stream today, but I'm gonna call it here short now. It's like, it was nice stream with y'all. Have a good night. Bye. Alright, I'm joking. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go back to European again. Man, it's stream early again. Yeah. Y'all are just goobers. I honestly should do that, like, actually carry through with my threats sometime. And, like, full on end the stream and then just restart it back up. I should do that. Y'all are gonna be pushed. Y'all are gonna push me to that one of these days. What was that? I think my brother kicked something. If you did, though, I was be the one who's something less, I would like. Oh. Okay, now you're making me feel bad. Toxin prep. Oh boy. Mods. Send them to the Shadow Realm. Actually, I don't have any mods, so I'm just gonna send them to the Shadow Realm. Ever end stream now? That's a million. Yeah, I saw that. I've noticed a lot of streamers that. How do I? Where's the ban button again? There it is. Actually, wait. Banned. Curse splat. Mod got splatted. I mean, bot got splatted. Good lord. I can't speak today. Words aren't wording. Burning. Can you be mod? I feel like that would be like in the lines of nepotism if I made you a mod, Amara. I have to go like see how many streamers actually make like their significant others or partners mods, just to kind of judge like if it's nepotism or not, or accepted as nepotism or not. It's overwhelmingly common? Huh. Like overwhelmingly common in a bad way, or a good, or just a accepted way? I'm curious now, actually. Huh. Interesting. Well, in that case, I might make a Mara mod one of these days. Or sometime in the future. Anyways, what was I doing again? Oh my god, we haven't even gotten to the, like, this color thing. Oh my god, I am going to be here all night. We're not gonna get... I don't think we're gonna get to a game or finish this art piece tonight, maybe. Maybe. I don't know. Alright, let's make it, like, almost purple. Like that. Kind of like that. I have a special needs kiddos at my current job. Oh, that's cool. First job was a painter's assistant when I was 15? That was an episode. Dang. That's kind of cool. Hey, so the reason being is if you want someone to have that level of control in your stream, you need to be able to try. Oh. I guess that's true. Last streams I hop into usually SOs and best friends are usually mods. Yeah. I'm very curious about the painting assistant now. That sounds cool. Oh, also my cousin is a special ed teacher as well. I just realized that. Like a good chunk of, or not a good chunk, my some of my extended family is got really into the teaching roles. It was kind of lame. Aw. So I'm not liking this color. It's too purple. Let me go with a little bit more bluer. So I like that color again. Something like that. As close as I was hoping, just end up doing grunt work, like cleaning the gutters while the guy actually painted. Yeah, it sounds about right for like a, what do you call it? I don't know. I don't know what I was saying. My brain is not braining today. My brain. Good lord. Oh my god, we're at 600 megabytes. I think I need to start crunching layers soon. Me, like, merge this. That should help. That probably should help. What other things can I... Oh god, I have so many layers down here. Yeah, I can delete that. What is this right here? Okay, don't really need to delete that. Yeah, okay, that was it. We went down by 200 megabytes. That, yeah, that really helped. My brain is also not braining today. Mood. Teenager summer job. I had my shitty grunt work summer jobs over the years. Yeah. I, weirdly enough, like, wish I had more work experience of, like, things like that, because, like, I haven't really had many jobs like that. I think the one I can remember that I had was, one that it was less of a job and more of just a friend hangout. Essentially, there was this Christmas tree farm, that a bunch of friends, like, or like a friend of a friend owned, and a bunch of friends from my Civil Air Patrol squadron all worked there. I'm probably already saying too much already, um, but yeah. Anyways, I worked that. It was interesting, like working on a Christmas tree farm, especially during the holiday season, because that's when I only worked essentially. You basically people come to the farm and like as families. It's usually families who come and they like go out into the field and they have like this little like, guide with them and they chop down a tree. Most of the jobs was basically like you had 15 people running the tree baling station, because what happened is they would get out back from the field and then we would bale the tree, basically wrap the tree up for them, and they would go back inside with a ticket and buy the tree. And the money was all based on like how tall the tree was, because we had a little measuring stick basically. And then they would come back and we would give them their tree, and they had the option of either grabbing it themselves and putting it in their pickup truck if they had one. But like a lot of times a family didn't know how big the tree was, so they just come up to the farm in their like tiny little family car, and then we would bail the car or tie the car to the top of their tie the tree to the top of their car. It was interesting. Being a 12 days of tree hunting. What the fuck, Amara? Good lord. What is this right here? Oh, it's just colors. Oh, I didn't show off the Danny DeVito, I think. So, I think it was Amara told me to draw it. Danny. I was drawing this, like, for somebody, and then Amara, or a friend of ours, told me to draw Danny DeVito in the corner, and so I drew this. What's time? Oh, it's this song? Do you recognize the song or something, Amara? That's a good DeVito. I'm like semi proud of it. I don't think DeVito has like that poofy of hair, nor does he have those type of glasses. I think they're a lot more square. Check my calendar. Oh my god, right. Oh, yeah, it's 20 past midnight. Happy birthday, Mara. Anyways, I'm gonna go send DeVito back to the Shadow Realm. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. I wish I had like a birthday like effects for my stream or something like that, but I'm too cheap. Happy birthday on my ocarina. I don't know how to play the ocarina yet. Oh yeah! That's right, the ocarina conversation we had. I remember about that. Oh! I would have to get up all the way over to my counter and stop, like, get my brain away from art in order to do that, though. And I'm too lazy. I want to keep doing my art. Oh. Fine. It's your birthday. I'll do it. Hold on. Let me go ahead and pause this. Okay. Alright. Do it on stream. Why? Fuck you, Amara. I swear to fuck. Why? I'm going to change it back to the face because you started fucking chanting that. God damn it. Alright, let me go grab the ocarina and attempt to play Happy Birthday. Alright. I hate that the one time I turn off the music and go like do something else, I leave the camera on the feet and then Amara immediately starts chanting feet. Alright. Which I don't even know which holes. Oh, hi Shreya, welcome to the stream. You're about to witness me attempt to sing Happy Birthday on the ocarina, even though I don't know which one finger on the right to start. Huh. It is Amara's birthday. One finger on the right to start. Hmm. Hmm. Hold on. It was close there that time. Something like that. Good lord. Alright. Okay, calm down. I just played 5 notes. Calm the fuck down. Y'all. Swear to fuck. God, y'all. Alright, now I see y'all distract me. Now I immediately forgot which fingers I need to do to repeat what I just did. God damn it. Okay. I think that's where it's going. Okay. Okay, I fucking forgot it. How do I... Yeah, something like that. And I don't know how to... How do you go that high? Because, like, the... Yeah. What's the next high... Freya, you play the ocarina. How do you get the, Fuck, I haven't done music theory in, like, almost 10 years now. What's the high note, exactly? I don't play the ocarina? What? No, no, I meant Freya, not Shreya. The one the thumb's on? Wait, so... I meant, like... How do I... There we go. Okay, so I just have to let go of all the holes to get to there, I guess. That's that. Honestly, that's the best I'm gonna do. I think something like that. Good lord. Oh my god. I need like the clap emoji sounds that's like on the Discord thing. Oh, and there's my Ko-Fi page thing. And that kind of marks 12:30. So for a non-player, that was thank you. And you know, you're musically talented. I am. I. It has been 10 years since I've learned or I played the trombone. So actually, no, it's been so. If it was 2014, it was about. I got out of music band right as I entered Civil Air Patrol. That was about 2016. And it was 2015 when I got out of band, I think. So yeah, it's been about a decade since I've actually played trombone. Also, thank y'all. I so um it's already 12:30. I'm going to explain, fellow brass. Yeah, I played trombone. Oh, you were a fucking, oh my god. I had the highest respect for the trumpet players because A, you had the fucking pinch the embouchure I couldn't get my embouchure that pinched. But also like y'all fucking like you knew how to fucking jazz a lot of the times. There was like we had three trumpet players basically in our band when I went to band. Um, and because I was like one of the only other advanced brass instruments there, we kind of formed like this little impromptu for at least 1 year or like a few months. We formed this like little impromptu jazz band, and like one of the other teachers like tried to take us aside and like form like this little jazz band essentially. It kind of worked for a little bit, but then we had already graduated by the point we had formed that though. It was really fucking cool though. I have a high respect for trumpet players basically. They really know how to play an instrument that is fucking hard to play basically. But yeah, anyways, it is 12:30. I'm gonna go take a break. I'm gonna turn off the Krita screen and turn on the break thing and turn back to the break music real quick. Uh, or actually, let's something like that. Almond break. I miss being in band. Yeah, me too. Just like any fun missions. Almond break. Almond. No, just a snack break, really. Anyways, I will see y'all in anywhere from like 5 to 8 minutes or so, like that. Anyways, see y'all. Hello, I am back now. I went browsing through my Discord servers, and I was on a personal server from where my brother and another friend of ours are, and they were calling because I'm apartmenting with my brother. Also, hi, hi. I got a snacky snack. Yes. I took some of the ice cream I bought today, which I've already almost finished off the whole small container, which is probably very unhealthy. But I'm stuck in grad school and chips. I already finished off my chips. No, I tried something. I've been addicted to cinnamon lately, especially putting it in my coffee and like hot chocolate. I actually probably should go and look up if you can have too much cinnamon. Can you have chisps? Yeah, I can give you chisps. Hold on. My phone's being weird. There we go. No! That's not what I meant to do. God damn it. I'm just trying to look at my stream. Make sure it's okay. There we go. It sounds sweet, yeah. I'll look up later if there's any like long-term health detriments to having too much cinnamon. I feel like there probably shouldn't be too much, because I don't think there's a lot of sugar in cinnamon. I think there's like worried if there's like other things in it. Anyways, I've been experimenting with putting cinnamon in a lot of different things, like the coffee and hot chocolate. Cinnamon is bark. Wait, really? Oh, right, it is. You're right, it is. Did I feed it late on the left? I feed it chips. Good lord, Amara. What was I saying? Anyways, I really like the taste of cinnamon, and I've been experimenting with putting it in coffee and hot chocolate, like I've said for the past few times. So I decided to put it on my ice cream. I have Oreo ice cream. As long as you don't eat a percentage of your body weight of cinnamon. Damn, it takes that much. I guess it's like water then. Went to our first second. Thank you, Shreya. But anyways, I decided to put on my Oreo ice cream just to see how it tastes, and it tastes honestly pretty good. Cinnamon and Oreo ice cream. Who knew that would taste good? Anyways, but yeah. What was I saying again? Oh, yeah, no, while I was doing that, I decided to check on Discord, and my brother and his friend, they sometimes like to watch things together, and we're apartmenting together, essentially, because we're going to the same college, essentially. I decided to check on their Discord, and they're sharing images, because it's like a Discord we're all in, for whatever fucking reason. Like, I saw Kamen Rider, because they've been watching Kamen Rider for the past year or so, probably more than a year now at this point. I saw does anyone remember the Gummy Bear music video from like more than 10 years ago? I don't know what they were talking about it, but I saw a screenshot of that thing. Yeah. I'm a gummy. Yes, Shreya. Yes, that specific one. I don't want to know what the conversation is. You have not heard that in a dozen years. Thank God. Yeah. Sorry I have cursed y'all to remember such knowledge, because we are all cursed with it, apparently. Because we're probably all Zoomers here, I would assume. Yeah, back to Krita and just trying to forget about the deep internet knowledge that we have all been cursed with. You're kind of dazed out right now? Oh. If I could, I would give you little hugs. Oh, not in a bad way? Okay. That's good. What am I making, Cal? Oh god. I went on like a 20-minute rant to kind of explaining the history behind this, but essentially a new Sona. That's what I'm gonna keep it at, so I don't end up spending 20 minutes ranting about it again. But I'm thinking about making a new Sona, because like I think you've been around on streams long enough, Shreya, to remember like how I made the goat character as my Sona, or it was my Sona for the longest time. What do you call it? Brain, not brain. Anyways, I'm getting a new Sona, and I was thinking of like a more android robotic Sona than anything. So it's a new dog character basically. Doggo, yes. Go is probably not Bye Bye, considering they are their own character. I like them a lot. Maybe. Because there's another thing that happened is while I was thinking of the dog Sona, I thought about also bringing back, like, dragons, because I love dragons. I've always loved dragons as a kid, essentially. It's, like, definitely a... I'm an idiot. I'm not even had this layer selected. But I'm not going to do that because I've drawn on that layer for so many times already. I just like dragons, so I thought about that maybe. So I'm not going to go flip-floppy again, though, so I'm just going to stick with the dog for right now. Because I don't want to have another 15 billion Sonas or something. My horde is people and knowledge. Actually, probably not people, because it's hard to talk to people. If I was a dragon, it would my horde would definitely be knowledge, because I love hoarding knowledge, essentially. I like, what do you call it, keeping random science facts and things like that in my head, essentially. It comes with the autism territory. And probably the ADHD. Maybe. It's hard to tell, like, which aspects of me are caused by ADHD and which are autism, because a lot of them overlap with each other. And I have both, so it's like, could be either or. But I mean, like, I'm a furry, what do you call it? I'm a furry, I like anime, what is it, all the things, all of the above. It's like, it'd be very surprising if I wasn't autistic, basically. Or had ADHD. Specifically, like, the furry part, and being gender... a lot of gender frickery going on. The red one, I feel like I've heard of that before, but I have not had that one. I had, so, alright. Me and my brother have been playing D&D for 3 years right now, I think. Actually, more than 3 years. Probably about 5 years now. We used to be really into storytelling and other things like that, so we kind of had our own D&D for each other, even before we knew what D&D was. One of the things we got our hands on before we even knew what D&D was a book that kind of was over the specifically, like, dragons and their, like, mythos within the D&D lore, but I just thought it was about normal dragons or something like that. Anyways, I read that book back to front like at least 15 billion times. Let me go look at what it's called again. I forgot what it's called. I don't know if I can show it on stream, because, like, it'd probably be like a copyright thing or something like that. D&D Dragon book. I don't know if I ever had Dragonology, sadly. Let me look up Dragonology real quick. Dragonology. This looks familiar, but I don't think I had this in my childhood, sadly. One thing I was really, really into was the How to Train Your Dragon, specifically the audiobook series, narrated by our Lord and Savior, David Tennant, he is God's gift to this world, and he's the one thing keeping it together. He narrates the How to Train Your Dragon books, because the movies were based off a book series. I consider them separate because they both diverge so much in how they treat their dragon biology and things like that. which is the best way to think about them because like Toothless in the books is essentially a little bitty green dragon that kind of sits on Hiccup's shoulder, and the dragons can talk also in the book series, but they speak Dragonese, which is silly that it's called Dragonese. And hearing David Tennant constantly say Dragonese is beautiful. That was yeah. Anyways, didn't I really fucked up this the art over here. Good lord. I'm gonna try to fix this. But yeah. Anyways, I love David. If you can't tell, David Tennant was a part of my childhood through Doctor Who, Harry Potter, and How to Train Your Dragon series, both the movies. Because I believe he also voiced. I think it was either it was the peg leg dude with the mechanical arm, mechanical leg, in that as well. I love David Tennant. I fucking love him. Yeah. He also yelled at. He called out. What do you call it? What's her face? She who shall not be named on her bullshit. So I respect him for that as well. Ah, wrong button or wrong color. Good lord. Wait, which one? That one? Yeah, here we go. Yes, her. Mold lady. I'm just gonna refer to her as Mold Lady, honestly. That makes it better. I am selected to the wrong layer. Let's try this again. Anyways, but yeah, I love David Tennant. He's amazing. Absolutely amazing person. It was really cool because, like, apparently when he played the Doctor, he did not expect to get the role at all, and he was a huge Doctor Who fan of like the original Doctor Who series, and so like that was basically like a childhood dream of his, and so he put his heart and soul into it, and it really fucking shows because he's also just a fucking incredible actor. I think that the coffee is starting to make me a little bit hyper for tonight. I hope I don't wake up my brother from this. I'm trying to figure out how to shade this. It's kind of really hard to think. Shading hands is pretty hard. I think I got the feet down. Yeah, I'm going to stop with the feet. Alright. Then I'm going to make an even more purple and darker shade to kind of get the darker points, essentially. Like the heel right here. Wasn't supposed to spread over there. There we go. There's not really anything else I can shade. Oh, I forgot to add highlights to a lot of these colors. I'll probably do that in a little bit once I finish shading everything. Because the highlights are pretty easy because you don't put as much, or at least I don't. You don't need as much highlights usually when you're doing art as much as you need shading. It's kind of weird. At least that's what I figured just by trial and error. But yeah, I think the next step I'll do is the red bits. Let's find some kind of like maroon purplish color for the shading, like that. Kind of like that. There we go. And we'll select all the red bits. We'll start shading. There we go. Oh, I forgot to play back to my art music. I've been just playing the break music. Hold on. What are we gonna play? Let's do Mach 1. This is a playlist I used to listen to about a year ago. I don't know who it's by. I'm gonna go ahead and play it. It's like a bunch of different songs all together. It's kind of quiet on my end. I might turn up the Spotify. There we go. Actually, it might be. It's definitely a different volume on stream. So I'm gonna go ahead and listen to it to make sure it's not too loud. Yeah, it might be too loud. Hold on. There we go. Yeah. Turn down just a little bit like that. Read down to negative. Yeah, I think that's good enough. Perfect. All right. Order time. What do you mean by order time? I'll bring out order in a different stream where it kind of more or less fits. Because like right now it's just kind of more chill and like not insane right now with EDM or breakcore is what I would call a lot of the ultra kill music. Oh my god. I swear. Um, honestly, I'll do it for free because like I have no I don't really what do you call it? I used to try to do commissions, because I actually wanted to start selling my art at one point, like years ago, and I still have my Ko-Fi open up for taking commissions, but it's like kind of semi-closed right now because like, oh god, there was. Back in 2020 is actually when I started college for the first time. And I started in like junior college. I didn't really exactly know what I wanted to be, but I knew I wanted to build rockets for NASA. So I started thinking I was going to be an engineer or a physicist or someone to work with rockets or astronomy. And all the math ended up being too much. And at a certain point, basically, through the years, I realized, oh, I'm going to have to choose a different job. Or a different career because this is not going to work out for me. Engineering is brutal, and like I wasn't even hitting the worst of the engineering classes out. So I had to make a choice. I went and did like a bunch of tests and all this things. Like, well, what would I be good at? And there was a bunch of choices out there in front of me. One of the things I ended up learning about myself is I'm really spatially oriented. I love shapes, and through my own trial and error through life, I ended up channeling that through art a lot of the time. However, I had gotten into the art server I just mentioned before, where there's a lot of professionals, and one of the things they mentioned is like, yeah, being an artist who makes money on it is like half of it is a business. Plus, it's can be hard because if you really enjoy art, this can kind of take the enjoyment out of it because the art becomes your job. I'm like, I'll try selling some of my art for a little bit, and I've had a few commissions over the years, but for the most part, I don't like doing it for money. I like doing art for myself essentially because like once you actually start doing the money process and you like making a commission for somebody, it kind of sucks the enjoyment out of it because it's like, oh, I like I really hope they enjoy it. And I'm like, money depends on this, and that became my job. So when I was doing those tests and stuff, I was like, okay, I probably shouldn't end up being an artist of some kind because I would probably hate that eventually because I love my art. And so I thought, okay, what's another science-related job that doesn't have as much math, that's very spatially oriented, that is particularly in the outdoors because I like the outdoors. And I was like, geology. I've never thought about rocks before. I like mountains, and I had just gotten a D&D, and I went on this massive like month-long hyperfixation on like how do you build continents for your D&D maps, and like where would the mountains go, where would the resources go. I'm like, maybe I should try being a geologist. I took my first geology class in 2022, and I fucking loved it. It was absolutely incredible. It was probably one of the best classes I've ever had before. It was like an introductory geology class, and it stuck with me. And now here I am with a geology degree, with a GIS certificate. I tried going for a geology master's, which is what I'm in now. I started that last fall, and a lot of stuff happened. A, I figured out the school I'm taking my master's from kind of sucks a little bit. It is very hard. B, I started getting serious about wanting to transition, and the school I'm at currently is in buttfuck nowhere. So not a very good place to transition. It's very rural. And C, certain events happened in the US that make me kind of want to get a job as quickly as possible to get enough money in case shit goes south, especially living in the Yeehaw state, which is kind of, central for current events going on. But yeah, so yeah, that's why I'm not continuing masters. I hope I can continue my masters some point as well, maybe in something else that's more lucrative, because like one of the things I'm figuring out is like academic geology is fun learning about stuff, but it's academics, and academics is very rough, not from a science standpoint, from just a like dealing with people standpoint, and not exactly, that was something I should have gotten into. I like geology more just studying it like I like studying other sciences that I enjoy having fun studying in. Essentially, I would probably rather something I'm good at that I don't like enjoy as much, that I don't see as becoming a chore once I or see it being ruined. Essentially, it's like good example is like art. If you enjoy art and love it for what it is, then turning it into a job can kind of hurt it. It can make you start hating the thing. Geology can kind of become that at certain points, especially when you get to the academic level. Although, if you do end up getting through it, like, it still can be lucrative. It's just probably not something I can get through at the moment. I might go back, if I ever go back for a master's, I honestly would probably either look for geology again, but I might also do something in remote sensing or map making or something like that. Software that geologists use for other things. Yeah, geology is fun. It can be rough. Yeah, and also get the hell... Yeah. Yeehaw state is not the best. That means I know about... depends on the crystal. I mean, because there's a lot of minerals out there that, like, are... every single mineral has a crystal structure to it, so technically speaking, like, almost everything is a mineral. But then there's, like... It's complicated. But yeah, geology is fun, especially if you enjoy the outdoors. I think these are some of the issues that can come into geology, is that it is not the geosciences. Over the past 20 years, most of the sciences have come a long way from being filled with a lot of bigotry, sexism, and generally not treating minorities very well in the academic fields of each sciences. Biology has made huge strides in that direction. Psychology and sociology have made huge strides in those directions. They're still awful, and you still get mistreated a lot in the academic field, but it's better. The geosciences are the most behind on this, and like the key reason why is mainly because a lot of the money from the geosciences ends up in oil, which is heavily leaning a certain direction. If you catch my drift, basically. So that's one of the pitfalls of geology. Besides that, is a beautiful science because you end up being in the outdoors a lot. Granted, you have to be very physically fit for certain aspects of geology. If you want to be a paleontologist, that's even more outdoor activity, and it's fucking rough. But paleontology is one of the worst from that perspective, because there's a lot of paleontologists out there who are very nice and honestly probably a little more accepting, but like some of the bigger paleontologists like Jack Horner and other things, like there's a lot of assholes in paleontology from what I've heard, basically. But paleontology is a beautiful science, and I love studying it from like a fun perspective of like not a okay, this depends on my job perspective, because like another thing also about this whole thing in the first place is I also kind of grew up in a very religious household, so I didn't know the earth was this old until like I took geology courses. Like I grew up kind of learning that the earth was 6,000 years old, and then I'm thrust in geology class and I'm like, oh. And so like it's been a wild ride, basically, for sure. I'm gonna stop like talking so fast because I feel like I'm rambling now. Sorry, I'm out of breath now after talking that much. Anyways, the ice cream is really getting to me. A whole new world. If I wasn't going to be struck by the ghost of Walt Disney himself, I would play that song right now. Meh. I was gonna say something, and I completely forgot after that ramble. Okay, so that's another thing about geology, is you will hear the same joke 5 different times in a month, because every single geologist says the exact same joke, and you just hear all of them over and over again. I've heard the fault jokes. It's like, not my fault. I've heard the take it for granted jokes. My teacher for my introductory geology class would say the take it for granted joke every single goddamn class. The whole new world one, I probably heard that one because of the continental. So one of the things about the Earth is every about 500 million years, there's something called the Wilson cycle, which is basically the breakup and the formation of a continent. Listen, I gotta do something. Yes. No, yeah, that's true. Let them, let them cope. No, yeah, that's true. You gotta cope. It's the fucking wrong layer. Sorry. The funny thing about that joke of it's a whole new world is I'm pretty sure it was in context of the Wilson cycle. So every 500 million years, the continents break up, then reform into a supercontinent. It's a cycle, basically. So you got 250 million years of the continents breaking up, and then 250 million years of the continents reforming into a supercontinent. Pangea was about 250 million years ago, so we're currently in that breakup process, basically. The entire history of the dinosaurs occurred in half that time, basically, because the dinosaurs walked the Earth from about almost 200 million years ago to 65 million years ago. They were on this planet for a fucking long time, which is kind of incredible. Which is still pales into comparison as how long the sharks have been around. But yeah, anyways, yeah, it's fascinating. I probably should be quieter. Because I'm pretty sure my brother has probably gone to bed by this point. Yeah. The hypothetical supercontinent that will form in the future, which we don't know exactly how it's going to form. Currently, scientists are calling it Pangea Ultima. We're current models have it actually basically forming along the margins that Pangea formed. Basically, the US will stop moving west and start moving east again. Same thing with South America. What do you call it? It's just the trends. For example, mainly because the Mid-Atlantic Ridge. So okay, I need to go grab a map of the globe real quick. Hold on. All right, where is it? Bathymetric map. All right, I need a full bathymetric map of the Earth. You know what? I'm just gonna fucking draw it. All right. Let me find a free space right here. All right. Am I flipped? No, not okay. So you have like, where's my? Wait, what's going on? Did I break the thing? Oh, I see why. Okay. Yeah, in about 250 million years, humans will probably more than likely not exist as a species then. But anyways, as I was saying, so you got the US right here, and it goes into South America down here. And it's got all Central America right here, and you have Bay California here, and we're just gonna ignore that area right there. You got your excuse me. Right here, I got Iceland right here. You got the UK, Europe, Africa, Russia, and the Baltics right here, kind of. You got Africa. You got the Rift Valley over there. Anyways, so currently there's this thing called the Mid-Atlantic Ridge, basically, that stretches right here. This is the original margins of where Pangea met between each other, because you basically had Africa and South America joined right here. They rifted last, but the first thing to rift was North America and the Baltics up here from each other, basically, and they kind of curved away from each other like this, along a like that, basically. This type of rift formed very slow. The rifting process started about 200 million years ago in the I think the early Triassic. Well, technically it started in the late Permian, but continued mostly through the Triassic. Anyways, currently there is a new rift zone that has kind of opened up over here in the Pacific. We don't know how old it is, basically. It's called the East Pacific Rise. It is rifting much faster, basically. And currently the oceanic plate that is being because basically a rift zone is you have two oceanic plates on either side of these volcanoes all in here, and the plate is being moved this way. It's not being shoved. What forms a rift is not this continental plates are not strong enough. Yeah, I should add education. I honestly should. Continental plates are not stiff enough to actually push things because they're so large that the actual forces involved would be catastrophic and would basically disintegrate them, which is why you have a lot of like ocean bases from sediments being ground up by these disintegration. Anyways, what actually happens is you have the oceanic plate, and then you have the mantle right here, and then you have, like, let's say oceanic plate right here. This margin right here does not exist, let's just say. What happens is at a certain point, the oceanic plate ages over time, and the more an oceanic plate, we call it oceanic plates because they're very dense and they're full of more mafic rock, which is low in silica content, and they're very thin, basically. But because they're dense and heavy, they sink into the Earth's mantle, which is kind of like the lava or the magma you would think about it. And because they sit pretty low in the mantle, kind of like a very low-lying boat, like a big fucking battleship that's really heavy, they often have the oceans over them. Continental plates are much thicker and more buoyant, more thinner, essentially. And so they sit higher, but they're also bigger in volume, but they're more thinner. They're not as dense as oceanic plates, so they rise higher. So you don't get water on them. You just get lakes and little depressions in them from rainfall and stuff like that. All of our water on our world typically pulls over the oceanic plates because that's just, they sink lower, basically. It's the low points of our planet. Anyways, as these plates age over time, they get denser as they get colder, because they're typically formed very warm. But as they cool, they get denser and colder. At a certain point, certain parts of them are just going to get super cold and so dense that they're actually not buoyant enough to stay on top of the mantle. So they start to sink. So a certain section of this is going to snap off from like this part right here and start to sink. But this point right here is older or denser than these areas because it cooled first, basically. And so because of this, this part floats, this part doesn't. So what happens is this part goes straight down and it makes this pulling motion. And that's how a rift forms. Because what happens is, let's erase this whole thing right here, is, let's say you have two plates right here. They both are super heavy and are starting to sink at this point. They just fucking chop this middle right here. It pulls apart, basically. And that's a rift zone, basically. And these form in these long lines across our planet. This can happen from a variety of reasons, basically. But mainly is because of that density thing. And so, out here in the East Pacific Rise off the coast of western South America, the same has happened. What happens is the oceanic plate sinks right here and gets pulled down. And as it gets pulled down, something has to fill that space. So the continental plate moves over that space. It doesn't sink, but the oceanic plate sinks. And it creates these things called oceanic trenches, basically. That's why we have a trench off the coast of South America. We have a trench off the Aleutian Islands up here. And way over here, there's another like rift zone kind of thing going on as the East Pacific Rise pushes over here. And there's a younger, more buoyant oceanic plate. Specifically, I think it's called the Mariana Plate. And that's where the actual, the Mariana Islands and the Mariana Trench comes from, basically. You got a younger oceanic plate and an older one that's being shoved, well, not being shoved because it can't push, but it's being dragged underneath the Mariana Plate because it's older over there. Essentially. That's kind of how plate tectonics works. Anyways. And so you have also a trench right here that's dragging North America along. There's other stuff going on, essentially. There's other stuff pulling over here. The mid-ocean ridge, or the mid-Atlantic ridge right here, it's rifting pretty slowly. The East Pacific Rise, which is younger, is rifting very, very, very fast, basically. And so because of this, you have a fast motion kind of going up against this one, and this one's kind of slower going, basically. So what current scientists think and are predicting, basically, is the East Pacific Rise's kind of speed and rate is going to overtake the Mid-Atlantic Ridge, and it's going to basically start shoving the North American continent and the South American continent back towards the Mid-Atlantic Ridge, basically, if the Mid-Atlantic Ridge stops at a certain point. Anyways, that's my plate tectonics class for tonight. I'm gonna keep going with my fucking art because I'm a goober and I should be focusing on art instead of this. But yeah, that's kind of plate tectonics 101. I'm gonna eat some ice cream after talking that long. Hopefully I didn't wake my brother up. You're welcome. This kind of stuff fascinates me. It's one of the reasons why I like geology so much, because this kind of system of plate tectonics has been, as far as we know, scientists like to bicker about when it started, but as far as we know, about 2.5 billion years, which, funny enough, I think is younger than life as we know it, because life possibly formed on our planet 3 billion years ago. But plate tectonics, as we know it, started 2.5 billion years ago. So there's been about like 7 or 10 different supercontinents that have formed together and split up by this time. Trying to figure out like the rocks from those time periods is very hard because plate tectonics likes to drag everything, but eventually sinks back into the earth at a certain point and gets recycled, and the continents break up and override things, and rocks get ground up and remelted and stuff like that. So at a certain point, you don't find many rocks anymore from ages in the past. For example, the oldest rock on planet Earth is only about 4 billion years old, when the Earth itself is like 4.6, basically. There's about 600 million years of missing time there. Having been to the North Sea of the US and also Ireland was very surreal because I was really similar environment-wise. Yeah. No, Ireland is really cool because it has this thing that you've probably seen called the Devil's Throne. Specifically, magma. Um, when Pangea was rifting apart, and you saw I showed the Mid-Atlantic Ridge. The Mid-Atlantic Ridge is basically the point in the past where Pangea kind of started rifting apart, essentially. And there was a lot of magmatic eruptions. Specifically, you can find old volcanic rocks in the northeastern US and in Ireland, and also parts of Norway and Scotland that all date back to the same type of eruptions that were occurring on Pangea that were splitting it apart, essentially. Iceland, you actually can't find them because Iceland is a weird island. Um, it's a hot spot, uh, which is something that Hawaii is basically. It's basically a mantle plume, magma that's rising from various different processes that we don't know the full of, essentially, that are creating these small little eruption islands. Hawaii is one of those. It's kind of fascinating. Anyways, I'm gonna get back to art. Good lord. Yeah, I only have 40 minutes of stream left. I might just stream for a little bit longer tonight, honestly, just to finish this art piece. That is blue. Not the kind of blue I wanted. I honestly am like Frey. I honestly am considering adding education to my stream tags, just because I rant so much about this kind of stuff that it's like to be expected. I'm gonna ban you, Meepers. I swear to fuck. One of these days, you're gonna cross a line, and you'll know it because you won't be able to see the stream ever again. Okay, maybe that was too far. I'm sorry. They have their bones. Oh my god. Meepers, are you willing to kindly donate your bones to my girlfriend for her war crimes? Oh, hello. Welcome, Mookie. You just caught me as I am drawing a possibly a new Sona of mine. But also welcome to stream. I don't think I've ever seen you before. Yeah, welcome. Where was the... yeah, here it is. You missed the geology rants earlier. So I'm like, kind of like, what do you call it? What's the word I'm looking for? My voice is kind of like done from ranting so much, so I'm gonna be like a little bit more locked in probably. And yes, there is a gun. Specifically, it's based off of the Snub-Nose revolver thing from Signalis, because I'm drawing my character in the Signalis art style. I tried to draw the Snub-Nose revolver the best I could with my abilities. It's not the best, but it kind of gets the point. I guess it's the best for like guns, because I don't really draw guns very often. Einhorn? Is that what it's called? Huh, interesting. That's probably a real gun, considering a lot of the guns in Signalis were based off real guns. God, Signalis was such a good game. I wish I could play it again. Like, man. Signalis is cool. I wish lesbians were real. Oh my god, Mara. I swear to fuck. Good lord. Actually, I'm probably gonna go back to... Oh, fuck. I meant to... There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. The Sleepy is catching up to Meepy, so I may call it for the night. Very glad I was able to capture another stream. You too, Meepers. If you're straight from it, those mean. Thank you for sharing what is art for geology. Thank you for sharing wonderful arts and for the geology knowledge. You're welcome, Meepers. I hope you have a wonderful night. I would disagree, Mookie. Did I mess up over here, or am I just... Okay, I think I'm just going insane. Let me try. Where? Oh, fuck. Am I... There we go, okay. There we go. That was weird. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Alright. Are we done with shading? No. Oh, fuck. We forgot these parts. Okay. Oh, yeah, yeah. It's gonna take a while. Ah, that's the wrong goddamn layer again, I swear to fuck. Okay, I'm gonna have to edit the gun's color again real quick. Ah, you gotta be kidding me. There we go. There we go. Hopefully that's enough. Ba-da-ba. I think that's enough. There we go. I'm really hyperfixating on that gun. Alright. What to do next? I think we're done for the most part. Although I'm kind of about this down there. Ow. Frick me. Alright, let's start doing the highlights now. I'll start with the red parts because these are probably going to be the shiniest. They're going to be the ones that jump out the most. Do I grease my spatulas? I don't think I do. Maybe I should. It might be lucrative to anything I might need to do with them. Lipton's motor oil. I should try that. You EP? Oh. Do you need to go to bed, Amara? Cute. You want to play the game I got you? You should. Wow, the cinnamon ice cream is really good. Oh! I see, there's a lurker. Hi, Raya. I think I scheduled the game to arrive at noon tomorrow. Yeah, I think Raya's here. Raya's a good friend of ours. Hello? Are you lurking, Raya? You don't think you can stay up to noon? Oh. Yeah. Wee. Whoa. What the fuck did I just do? That was weird. I don't know how I did that. Huh. New shortcut that I don't know how to replicate dropped. Give my character giant pring. Oh my god. No. I will not. No. Thank you. I I don't I always think I need to improve my line work. Uh, 'Cause it's usually not up to my standard that I want it to be at. So I'm glad somebody likes it. That's good to know. Oh god, was I on the wrong layer this whole time? I swear to god. Oh no. Yep, I was on the wrong layer the whole time. Okay, hopefully it's recoverable. Okay, it was recoverable. Good lord, that was almost a terrible disaster. Yeah, the line with some variable thickness, very nice. Oh yeah, I try to do that. I think it was more just like how messy and sketchy it can be, like right here. It's kind of broken. But thank you. It's not good enough, hon. Let yourself think okay, okay, fine, I will. Okay, actually, now that I just see this disconnected part, I actually might fix that real quick. Hold on. Where's my line layer? There we go. That's probably a little straighter now. There we go. Okay, now I got stuck on editing my line art. No, thank you. Although I kind of want it to be like a little bit better than this, so I'm gonna. Okay, what's going on with these spots right here? Here we go. I've been locked in this whole time and like not been talking. I just realized. Sorry about that. I sometimes I like as you saw, I go through periods where I'm like extremely talkative, and then other times I'm like super locked in, like right now. There's a meme I've heard where someone has said "lock in Bible girl." I think it was either my brother or Amara who said it. I don't know where it's from. It's from Skyrim. Oh, right, it is from the Skyrim brain rot. Good lord. I have never played Skyrim, but Mara has played Skyrim religiously, so you can talk to her about it. Oh my god. Played Checks Notes Skyrim. I wish I had played Skyrim. It seemed like a really cool game to be into at a certain time. It kind of rules the internet when it comes to like memes. I still could, yeah. Yeah, I've heard about the legendary mods. Definitely, I remember watching Slimesicle's video on some of the mods. It was just absolute chaos. I know a few I play with every time I install. I usually do the immersion and QO stuff. Can't go back after using Skyu. It's kind of like Kerbal Space Program. You can't go back to normal. Well, actually, you can go back to stocked Kerbal, but the mods definitely help a lot. Oh god, I put more hours into Kerbal Space Program than I've ever put into Armored Core nowadays. Oh my god, that was a game. That was a game and a half. Do not play that much in Armored Core as I did Kerbal. Yeah, I don't know if I ever will. Like, the amount of time I put into Kerbal is unfathomable. How do you already have 1,700 hours, Freya? Oh my god. How? Good lord. Oh, okay. That's fair. I didn't start playing it until about I think September last year. No. You don't have to give me money. That's just an advertisement. I swear to God, if you like suddenly, grr. Hun. It's called extortion. Timberborn. Oh yeah. I think Before Armored Core, it was actually VR chat that had my most amount of hours. And technically, it probably still does because I played a lot of VR chat through the VR chat launch site. Um, I have an insane amount of hours. It's actually how I met a lot of friends, was through VR chat. Damn, I think we're almost done. Yeah, damn. Actually, delete that. Don't mean that. Oh, I think I know one more thing we need to do. This is going to be interesting. Oh, fuck. I messed up. That's odd. Wonder why it's all turning darker. Oh, I see. I don't know how to stop it making darker like that. Hmm. Hmm. X makes it sound cool? Huh? I'm confused. Oh, I know. I know why this is going on. There we go. Oh, I think that's the end of that. What do you call it? Playlist. I'm gonna play this one. There we go. Oh, I forgot to do something. Alright. I forgot how I toggled the color on this. It's like a setting for that. Ah, here we are. Oh, oops. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something I completely forgot. I might just not even color in the line art. Just keep it black as it is. I'm just slightly shaded like that. Is there anything else I want to do? Oh, maybe I can shade the eyes, actually. think my Krita is starting to glitch. Normally doesn't do stuff like that. Oh, I almost forgot to do the nose. That's actually important. I don't know what that did. There we go. Oh, wrong way. There, I'm just offsiding the camera or the canvas. How long have we been streaming? Oh my god, it's been 3 hours and 30 minutes, and it's almost 2:30. I think it's time we call it a night. I might add the background next stream, and next stream... Okay, actually, no, I need to fix these, because I forgot to fix the bullets in here. I'm not gonna... Okay. False alarm, not ending stream just yet. I'm being ADHD right now. Alright. I think I'm gonna call it a night here. It's currently 2:30, and I probably need to end up going to bed. I'm going ahead and close down Krita, bind it in my OBS system, and yeah. There we go. Perfect. Alright. It was nice having everyone show up. Apologies for how late the stream ended up going. I normally don't stream this late, but I kind of just locked in there near the end, I guess. Go ahead and close Krita out to avoid, what you call it, sporks. I can tell you're tired now that you're getting more silly, Amara. Yeah, you're EP. I think you need to take a break, Amara. We all need to end up going to sleep. Alright. By Cosmic Brownie. Good lord. Alright. Thank you everyone for showing up to stream it today. I know it was a late one, but we did a lot of productivity today. Our art piece is like almost 90% complete. Thank you so much. Next stream, if I should finish it in time. Then after that, we'll probably decide on what kind of game we're gonna play for the next amount of streams we will be doing. Everyone have a good night. Bye bye. Drink some hot chocolate. Hug your family members, or just hug somebody. Good night. Bye bye.